Hello and welcome to Gravitas Plus. I'm Palki Sharma Upadhyay. Have you ever thought of starting up? Have you had a unique idea that you thought could make a brilliant product, but you were scared of taking the plunge, or risking your savings, or ushering in a change too late into your career? What if I told you it's never too late to start up? What if I told you that now is the best time to start up? Meet Falguni Nair. She's 59 years old and one of India's most successful entrepreneurs. Nair decided to start up 19 years into her career. She was a few months shy of 50 when she started Nykaa. Nykaa went live on the 30th of October 2012. It made Nair India's richest self-made woman in just 9 years. Her net worth today is $7 billion. As for Nykaa today, it is one of India's most valuable companies. A few days ago, the company went public. The IPO was a blockbuster. It made Nair the poster girl of Indian startup. Now, I realize that I've been using the word startup for some time now, so allow me to quickly tell you what a startup really is. I'm sure a lot of you already know this. A startup is a young company, one that is selling a unique product or service that's founded by one or more entrepreneurs and initially funded by the founders, their families or friends. Today, India has 58,959 recognized startups. 73 of them are unicorns, meaning their valuation is $1 billion or more. Which are these companies? Ola Cabs, Paytm, Byju's, Swiggy, Oyo Rooms, Big Basket, Lenskart and many others. 38 Indian startups entered the Unicorn Club this year. The likes of Licious, Grofers, BharatPe, Urban Company, PharmEasy, Cred, FirstCry. Most of you already are familiar with these brands, and that's the amazing thing about startups. Their entire focus is on making life easier for customers or their clients, and this helps them become a household name in no time. If you want a haircut, there are startups bringing the salon to your home. Do you have an urge to make kebabs? Mince meat will be at your doorstep in minutes. Do you love makeup? The best of global brands are just an order away. No customs or sky-high shipping charges. That's the amazing thing about startups. They're bullish on being hassle-free. Indian startups are doing a fine job at that. It is no wonder that India is adding an increasing number of unicorns to its sleeves every passing year. Look at this chart. Between 2011 and 2014, India produced only one unicorn every year. In 2015, the number jumped to 5. Became 8 in 2018, 9 in 2019, and this year the graph just won't stop climbing. 38 and counting, and it's not even December. So what's working in favor of Indian startups? And why do I say now is the time to start up? First, the current scenario. Number one, the Wuhan virus pandemic has accelerated the online switch. People who never bought even a packet of sugar online are today adding their monthly ration to shopping carts online. Medicines are being bought online, and so is milk or flowers or a cup of tea. Children are being tutored online. Money is being exchanged online. Number two, the smartphone proliferation in India. It is helping people avail the services and products these startups are offering. Number three, the desire for consumption, accompanied by the rise in income levels. You see, today an average 20-year-old or 30-year-old has more disposable income than people of the same age group had some 10 years back. So they're spending more money, be it on food, clothing, cosmetics or holidays. Today we are buying more products and services than ever before, and this is helping startups grow. So that's the demand side of the story. The second part is the supply side, and this too is rosy. Number one, there's a massive flow of talent. India already has premier engineering and business schools. The IITs, the IIMs, they make up for nearly 40% of India's startup founders and leaders. Number two, India's youth is not scared of taking risks. They're open to entrepreneurial experiments. Number three, business is no longer seen as an occupation confined to India's mercantile community. Business has become a legit career today. Number four, as Indian startups grow, they're attracting more top quality talent, retaining the brightest of students in India. India's top talent is staying back to start up or join startups instead of joining the Silicon Valley. That way, the startup culture has reversed the so-called brain drain. So there is demand, there is supply. What about funding? That brings us to the third part of the success story. Indian startups are doing well because investors are happy to put their money in these companies. Look at numbers from quarter 3. Between July and September 2021, Indian startups raised more than $10 billion. That's twice the amount raised in the same period last year and 41% more than the funding raised in the second quarter. Now look at this chart. The numbers are soaring. Today, India ranks 20th in the global startup ecosystem ranking. It has jumped 3 spots. India ranks 3rd when it comes to the share of unicorns. It is behind only the United States and China. India's entrepreneurial journey is not new. It began some 4 decades ago. You're all familiar with these logos: TCS, Infosys, Wipro. These IT services sprung up in the 80s. They invested in technology. They harnessed the potential of a young English-speaking workforce. These companies brought India to the global platform and offered the world cost-effective tech services. The 90s gave birth to some big Indian banks: ICICI, HDFC, Axis. It coincided with the birth of Airtel. By 2011, InMobi had already placed India on the unicorn map. In 2014, the Narendra Modi government came to power. It prioritized the digital transformation of India. Startup India was launched in the year 2016. The idea was to, quote-unquote, build a strong ecosystem that is conducive to the growth of startup business, to drive sustainable economic growth and generate large-scale employment opportunities. Today, India's startup sector is valued at $315 billion. It employs more than 500,000 people. Today, we are living in a perfect startup ecosystem. India has progressive government policies, capital assistance from investors, and the brilliance of Indian talent. Like I said, now is the time to start up. So if you have a disruptive idea, take it forward, create a solid plan, have a well-defined niche, know your target group, set your goals, hire wisely, tighten your seatbelts, and jump in to ride the startup wave. All the best.